Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Game Dev Tycoon. Just sent everyone on vacation here and they've just done some training like we did at the end of the last episode, and what I think I want to do now is develop an expansion pack, but also at some point I think we should develop a sequel as well. So we're going to do an expansion pack to Time Failure. We're doing this a lot quicker than we did the expansion pack for our previous MMO, so I'm hoping that will have some kind of boost on this. So we're going to call this one More Clocks. You can see there's a pattern emerging. Terrible. Can't be bothered to think of anything. One thing I'd like to do actually is develop a new game engine soon. So maybe what we should do is develop the expansion pack. That will continue the income coming in. And then really go all out with a new game engine. Research lots of stuff rather than spending it on the staff. And then we can make ourselves another expansion pack to this. Or possibly even a sequel, I don't know. Yeah, with a new game engine. So, let's have a quick look. Oh, I can't. I just wanted to see how much market share we had, but I can't look at that. So let's start the development. I don't have to do any of the sliders because that's all the same as the previous one, so it's all about managing my staff here. This probably isn't going to be as good as the previous one because they don't have the multipliers, basically. That's about the only thing I can think of. Can we not add some things here? Like that? Maybe there is one or two things we can improve. Or not. No, okay, never mind. So that's all going to stay the same. Are the same people working on it though? Sebastian Todd, Luke Harper, and Jennifer, that's all good. Maybe we could actually adjust this just a touch. If we drag down our story and quests, put more of a focus on the gameplay. Got to be very careful with that. Maybe we can add steering wheel, we can, so that seemed like a good idea right there. Okay, so it was Jennifer, Luke, and I forgot who else. Sergio, possibly? No. It was Sebastian up the top there. No, we do not want to fire him. He is a well-trained employee. We also want to go over to the R&D lab and start a project. Oh! I think we researched that and finished it, and it must have added a marketing campaign. But we're going to do own convention. That should be able to be finished before the end of this game with that amount of budget. And we also have some research going on over here in the hardware lab. Or do we? I thought I started that project. Okay, now we're doing that. Never mind. Thought I'd done that last episode, but made a bit of a fail there. So our points are all high, as you could imagine. So dialogues, no chance of adding that. So we won't worry about that right there. We're going to actually drag that down a touch, but a little more on level design, just a touch. We're going to tweak this all very slightly. Yeah, we'll go with that one right there. Artificial intelligence has everything selected. So who is our artificial intelligence guy? It's Sergio. Gameplay is... No, sorry, level design is Philip. Dialogues should be Jennifer, so everything's the same as before there. And our own convention should come in just in time. We're going to do a little bit of marketing here. Large campaign. The only thing really worth doing anymore. And this is going to be a good expansion pack. And it's coming in at the right time here. You can see it's starting to get a little bit close. The maintenance and the sales. Yeah, keeping up with the costs of that. Wow, this is insane. I forgot to use my multipliers that time, so we'll use all of the multipliers in the next round all at once. And we have organised our convention, so now we're going to have a little promotional event in about a month. Very good, so I'm doing graphics, that's good. Paul Reed is doing world design. We're actually going to drag world design a touch there, I think. Actually, no, we should probably drag that up, because then we'll be able to select something like virtual economy. Get rid of the day-night cycle. Okay, and sound should still be good. Alright, so let's see who's doing what. Paul Reed's doing both. I remember that's how it was last time. However, that means he's overworked. So we're going to have to drag down the sound, and now it's 100 and 100, so dead even split. That worked out nicely. Okay, so now we're waiting for that press event. Let's drag down our budget over here since we're not doing anything. Hopefully that doesn't affect the promotional thing. When does that actually happen? I haven't been told when it's going to happen. Let's just make sure that something's going on there. Well, it hasn't happened yet, has it? Unless I've been sleep playing and it's it's happened and I've just not not paid attention to it, I don't know. Seems like it went past us. Anyway, we are done. So as soon as those bugs are out, we're just going to click finish. We're not going to wait around anymore. It's a waste of time because it makes so little difference now that we're up in like 2,500. And you can see here we're starting to lose money on time failure, so this comes in at just the right amount of time. Keeping on top of our backlog as well, as you can see. And we're researching custom hardware, so everything is good. It's a shame that research event didn't kick in at the right time there. That would have been really good. And I forgot to use the multipliers. Oh, there's always something, isn't there? Let's get rid of those bugs. Oh, it's taking place in 4 weeks. Shall I wait 4 weeks? It's worth finding out, I guess. The hype will die down a little bit, but then it will boost back up. So we've got 4 weeks of just increasing the speed, the score ever so slowly. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it and find out if it's worth it or not, basically. So the hype is dying down. We're actually losing a lot of hype here. Okay, so we're going to immediately release it after this, basically. Okay, come on. 2.1 million, that's a record. So now the hype is up to 529 and it's going down rapidly. So that was probably worth waiting for. New record on both of those. Good management. We've done all the other combinations before. Couple of level ups there, that's all good. Let's release that game. Salary has gone up, that's cool. Do a bit of contract work as always. Okay, the review has come in. Let's see what we've got this time. We adjusted the sliders slightly, so hopefully we get a little bit higher. Got a couple of 9s, a 9. Can we get a 10? No, we can't. There's 9s all around again. So this time what I want to do is actually develop a new game engine. That's what I said I would do last time. And look at this, sales are going to be enormous. Excellent. So we're going to make a lot of money again. It boosts the game box sales. And now we are going to create a custom engine. No, we need to research more topics first. I knew there was something wrong then. Okay, so we can add all of this stuff into our next engine. We're going to add in some of the cheaper ones though. Voiceover. Okay, that's cool. Let's research. Surround sound's going to go in there. And we won't do everything, which we could do a lot of. We'll try and do it bit by bit, and then we can keep making more game engines, which adds to the hype of a game and helps with its score. And we'll do interactive story on that one. So 4 new features. I think we'll add just one more right there. So let's add in simple body language as well. And then these 2 guys here, you get to do some training. What do you need to do? I think the game design course would be good. We're not going to use the multipliers, we're saving that for a game. And for you, I think the product management course. So there we go, everyone's busy. And hopefully when they're done doing this research, they'll be ready to go on holiday, which means we send them on holiday. Actually no, we're going to develop the engine first, and when we've done that they should be tired, so hopefully this works out just about right. Let's start developing it now actually. We need to add our little MMO tag, which is kind of pointless because they're all going to have MMO now. So we're adding surround sound, full motion video, interactive story, voiceover, simple body language. Yeah, that's all good. So let's create that engine. And we're going to get a ton of research points from this as well, which could mean another round of staff training. Now what I'm hoping here is we can get all of this done before everyone needs to go on holiday, but it looks like that might be a bit of a close call. In fact, let's use a multiplier on Paul Reed since he has the lowest amount. And I wanted to do that to see if this affects doing these types of points for developing a game engine as well. And I can't really tell. If I'd done it for myself, it would have been easier to see because the bubbles come from over here. But anyway, we'll see what happens. It looks like I'm going to have to send people on a vacation before this thing gets finished, but I'll be back with you when we start developing our next game, which is actually going to be an expansion pack to Time Failure again. Okay, our new game engine is complete, and everything from this point on is quite simple. Just got to wait for Paul Reed to come back from holiday. And look at this, it's time to create a new one anyway. In fact, I think we're going to lose out because it's going to take us quite some time to report. Sorry, to report. I'm reading what's on the screen. Oh no! I forgot to drag down the R&D lab. Okay, so I've done some research and I've screwed that up. Let's go and do this just to find out So we're going to learn here. We're going to learn a lot by doing this. That's what's cool. So we're going to select that. Don't need to change any of this. Actually, we need to give it a name. Oh no, I've gone for sequel. That's the wrong one. Expansion pack. There we go. Right. So we're going to call this More Failures. You see where I'm going with this. Just can't really think of anything. Okay, that's cool. Nope. Forgot to select the latest game engine. Actually, I've got to be honest here, I think this is going to be a bad idea. We're going to waste the publicity for our game engine and also for our event. I think what we should do is actually go with a new game. Okay, so we're going to develop a new game and it's going to be called Abduction Wars, which is a sequel to the game Abduction. I forgot to put the D in that, and I'm sure some of you have pointed that out to me in the comments on one of the episodes where I made that. Yeah, so that's been corrected now. And I thought we'd do this one because this was on the PC. I was actually going to put this on the PC. But yeah, it makes total sense to put it on the game box since that's going to give us more income. So we're going to go with that. It's also, yeah, everything here is fine. Okay, cool. So we're going to go with 3D Graphics Mark 7. Start the development. We're going to have our own conference soon to start the hype up with this. And it's going to be early in development, which is great. And I think it's time to take Time Failure off the market, but we're actually going to wait until this is done. So this is an action and a strategy game, which means a lot of focus on the engine and gameplay, and pretty much nothing on story and quests. So we are going to have to take away those right there and put in the basics. Okay, so it's going to be like that. And the right people are on the right job, so we don't need to go through that. Let's just see if we can add more to these features over here. So, cooperative play, can that get added? No. But maybe if we take out one of these lower ones we can. So if we take out achievements, then yep, we can. Virtual reality headset, we're going to have to take out possibly skill trees. Characters progression, can we put achievements back in? We can't. There we go, we've almost got it. Let's just bring down the engine a touch and then we'll be able to get away with that. So really going all out there. But the engine is at 95%. So we'll probably need to downgrade something like that to multiplayer. Which has taken away online play, so that's not the right one, is it? There we go, okay, cool. So everything here is doable, 100%. Okay, so Sebastian Todd and Luke Harper. Oh, okay, 4 weeks we've got. And Sebastian Todd is up there. So we've got our multipliers going. We need to take this off the market soonish, I think. In fact, let's just take it off. It's starting to make a loss, you see, at the moment. Let's see what happens, actually. Let's wait, because when we do this game convention right here, it should boost the sales of that. I'm glad I waited, because it will. 2 million, 2.2 million, another record broken. And we have 4.7 million fans overall, and almost 200 million saved up in the bank. And yeah, look, it reboosted it, so it's a good thing to hang on there. That's going to help us a lot, and now we're getting a lot of hype developed for this game, which is cool. Okay, so the next set of sliders, nothing on dialogues, pretty much everything on level design and artificial intelligence. So let's have a look. Dialogues is going to have to sacrifice that for that. And if we go... Wait, no, we're doing this bit over here first. Sorry, getting a little distracted with all the options that we have. Okay, so no extra things there, just that. So who's doing what? Philip Fesh on level design and Sergio on artificial intelligence. That is their specialisation, so everything there is correct. Always good to double check that stuff. And because this game is going to be an MMO as well, it means that we're going to take off Time Failure at the right time, so it's going to make a little more money, and then we're going to take it off the market in time for Abduction Wars. A game about who can who can abduct the most people in a massively multiplayer environment. I've just realised that I've forgotten about multiplayers again, so I'm just going to give everyone a multiplier right now. And that'll do the job. And I'd like to see how much the game box sold over time. Do you know what? Something happened over here a while ago. I totally forgot. Custom hardware. to coincide with the release of our AAA title. I'm not sure how that works. I think you just have to research it at the exact same time. Let's drag the budget down there. Time for the final set of sliders. We are going to be focusing not really on world design but on graphics and sound. So let's add surround sound in there. We're going to have to downgrade some of our features in this bit, so we're going to go with that right there. We can't do that, unfortunately. So that is everything selected. I thought there were a couple more things to select because of the research that we've done, but apparently not. So 100% for me on graphics. Paul Reed does both of those like last time. He's on 100% as well, so it works out perfectly. Very good. Actually, I think we should put... Should I change it? No, actually we're going to leave it like that. Okay, cool. Any more multipliers to use? Yes. Let's get those going. So 2,500 has been pretty much our biggest score for the last couple of games, so let's see if we can get a little bit higher than that this time. The hype is still going up, let's increase that a little bit. Another marketing campaign. Feels like it goes up a little bit faster after you do one of those, so let's hope it makes a positive difference. But now it looks like right in time we're going to be ending time failure. That wasn't a pun. But yeah. Hype is up to 400 odd now. And there we go. A record on both of those I'm pretty sure, but we're going to get some more points as we do the debugging. And so it is almost time for time failure to come off the market. It's starting to make a loss now, you can see. Okay, the backlog there was a little bit high. I want to keep on top of that with our game box. Okay, so as soon as we get rid of those bugs, we're going to release this. And there they go. Okay, we've got 2 bugs. Come on, there we go. 0 bugs. Excellent. Abduction Wars has been released. We're going to wait until the reviews come in, then we're going to cancel the other game, the other MMO. And what we want to do now is contract work, as always. And we got over 1,000 research points. That is insane. So the reviews have come in. We've got a 9, a 10, excellent, a 9, and a 9. So 9.25. That's excellent for our new MMO. And now we've got that come in. So let's take that off the market. Let's wait until the other one comes on. There we go. So now we're going to take it off. Right. So let's take a cut here and progress forward a little bit. I'll do the usual contracts and training and other stuff, and then we'll see how much money time failure made. It's actually telling us right here, so let's go and have a look. Oh god, so many little pop-ups right now. So game history. Oh, that's the new one, Abduction was. So it made 800 million, that's insane. The one before it made 800 million as well. Very good. Okay, I think what we're going to do now is another round of research. Actually, I'm not sure if that's the best way to go about this. Let's have a look at training. I think there's still some things that cost a lot, so some of these guys need specialisation. We need to pick one for Paul Reed. I think we already have a gameplay specialist, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him. However, we can make him a design specialist right there. Or we can give him the boost. We'll give him the boost, make sure everyone's got that. And she should definitely be a design specialist. But we're going to do this round of training and stuff. I know the guys are tired, but we'll get them through it, and then we'll make another game after they come back from their vacation, because that's when you want to start a AAA game, so everyone is, yeah, nicely... I'm not sure what sort of boost that gives you, but it gives you some sort of boost. Everyone is nicely rested, is what I was trying to say. And we have to do a speed course right there for you. Make him a technology specialist. And a speed course for Sebastian Todd as well. And myself, must not forget about myself. We want technology to catch up a little bit with design there. Okay, we'll do that. And actually, we're going to end the episode here. So in the next one, we'll be making another game. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.